You can never get a job unless you master these skills. You're just wasting your time if you're just relying on just domain knowledge to get a job. You should learn all these skills in order to get a job that's worth your skills. Okay, and in this video, I will be showing you the details of guide from Tell Me About Yourself answer to English communication guide. Okay, and for the first three, I have links in the description. Do check them out. So, the first I'm going to share the best universal script for answering the Tell Me About Yourself question. I hope you guys know that your entire interview depends on this answer. So, let's dive right into the script. And as you can see, we have four sheets. The first sheet, you'll learn the formats and sequence of the interview. The sequence is the order in which we provide information to the interviewer depending upon the interview format. Okay, and the second sheet, the actual script of your answer. Third sheet, the do's and do nots of answering the questions. And the fourth sheet is the improvement analysis sheet. Okay, let me show you the sheets and explain what you will be getting in this script. First, you'll learn how and when to greet the HR and use gratitude statements like thank you for having, and how to give your name and place using different formulas and phrases we gave, and how to add your strength or how to give your strength using a structured formula and instructions. Okay, and the connecting phrases, sentences that help transition between information like as for my education or coming to my strengths, like this. Okay, and next for education, you'll learn the right vocabulary, phrases, and sentence formations. Yeah, and how to use connecting phrases effectively. And then for strengths, you will learn how to present your strengths with sentence formulas and phrases. And the same structure applies for weaknesses, hobbies, family details, and experience details as well, completing the entire tell me about yourself question. And now let's just check out the script first. And yeah, I have started with a real interview situation, and for each piece of information, I have provided multiple phrase options to choose from. Okay, for example, look at this. There are different phrases you can use for a gratitude statement. And in the same way, for every section of your introduction, education, projects, experience, strengths and weaknesses, hobbies, and for family details as well, I have provided multiple phrases to choose from. Okay, the next sheet, the do's and do nots sheet. You can see that I have given the do's and don't for every piece of information in your answer. And the best part, I have also included chat GPT prompts to help you generate even more phrases for every section. And finally, the improvement sheet. You have to mark X for every mistake you make in a particular aspect and C for every correct aspect. Okay, so avoid getting consecutive X's for the same aspect. To keep on practicing like this, you will gradually eliminate all the mistakes, and this will help you perfect your answer to self introduction or answer to tell me about yourself question. Okay, and how to get this guide? Just join our Telegram channel and DM the admin. The link is in the description. I'll send you the file. Okay. The next guide to master your interview is 100 general HR questions and answers. Okay, this guide will have 100 general questions and answers for HR interview round. And we also offer you your own personalized Q&As as per your profile. If you want to have your own questions, link is in the description. Join our channel and DM me. We will get it done for you. Then let's dive into the guide. So the guide is divided into two main sections: personal questions and professional questions. Each question comes with a long answer for detailed explanation and a short answer for quick responses. So you can adjust based on how fast the interview is moving. First, the personal questions. The personal questions focuses on topics like introduction or introducing yourself, strengths and weaknesses, hobbies, motivation, and handling stress. These help employers learn about you as a person and for communication as well, to test your communication as well. And then the professional questions. The professional questions cover job related topics like teamwork, problem solving, meeting deadlines, learning new skills, and career goals. These helps interviewers see if you are the right fit for the job role. Okay, apart from these questions, there are another type of questions which are called chain questions. Interviewer will create a new question from your answer to the previous question. Such questions will differ from person to person depending upon the answers they come up with. And such questions will also be included in the personalized question guide and I mentioned above, which we will make as per your profile. Okay. And the answers given in this guide are structured to be clear, simple, and professional. Try to use the long answers in order to reduce chain questions as much as possible, and use short answers when the interviewer is rushing or if you are short on time in the interview. And yeah, that is all about this guide. So the next guide is interview etiquette guide. The smallest of all, at this is the most important guide that everyone should learn. Etiquette refers to your dressing, grooming, the way you move, the way you speak, how composed you are, how nervous you are, everything that doesn't require you to speak. A visual aspect to be judged by the interviewers. So let's dive into the guide. First, you will learn the professional way to dress for an interview. Obviously, we have given for both men and women. And then comes the body language, how you walk, how you greet, how you speak, how you sit, the do's and don'ts of the movements in an interview. Okay, of you. And the next is the overall do's of an interview and the mistakes you should avoid during an interview. And that sums up the interview etiquette guide. And the next guide is how to and how not to handle different kinds of interviews. Whether you are a fresher or an experienced candidate, interviews come in various formats, each requiring a different approach. This guide covers all the essential interview types for both freshers and experienced. So let's dive into the guide. For every interview type, we divided the guide into four parts. First one, preparation strategies, key things to study and practice before the interview. Handling techniques, how to present yourself, answer questions, and navigate tricky situations depending upon the type of interview. And then the mistakes to avoid, common mistakes that can negatively impact your chances. And last is the practice methods, ways to improve your skills and gain confidence during facing the interviews. And we have given five kinds of interviews for both freshers and experienced. First, we will see the interview kinds for freshers. And as you can see here, the first type is the panel interview. Multiple interviewers assess your skills. We'll discuss how to prepare, how to stay confident, and engage with the panel effectively. And then the technical interview. This focus on your domain knowledge, coding skills, or industry expertise. And you will learn how to approach questions and structure your responses or the answers. And the next one is HR interview, a personality and cultural fit assessment. We will cover all the common HR questions and how to present yourself professionally. And the fourth one is video or online interview. Virtual interviews require technical setup and strong communication skills. We'll go over all the best practice to create a strong impression. And the last one for freshers is walk-in interviews. These requires quick thinking and, as you know, first impression matters. So we will discuss how to prepare and stand out among all the other candidates. Okay, all these interviews are for the freshers. And now let's see for the experienced candidates. And for experienced candidates, four types of interviews are the same. The type may be the same, but the ways of handling it are different. The first one is a panel interview. Here we'll go more in depth than a freshers interview, focusing on leadership, decision making, and cross functional collaboration. And then the technical interview goes beyond basic knowledge to assess your ability to solve complex problems and make strategic decisions depending upon your how much experience you have. And then the HR interview. For experienced professionals, this interview evaluates leadership adaptability and long-term goals. The fourth one is video or online interview, similar to the freshers, but with a strong emphasis on virtual presentation and professional presence. Okay, and then the fifth one, the different one from the freshers, is the exit interview. If you are leaving a company, this interview is about providing constructive feedback while maintaining professionalism. This is very important interview where most of the professionals doesn't care much about. This guide ensures that no matter the interview type, you are fully prepared to succeed. With this, we have completed about this guide, and then we are on to the final guide. If you don't have this skill which you are about to elaborate, all the above guides are utterly useless. And the skill is English communication. So there is a misconception that communication means speaking in perfect English with the best fluency possible. But I hate to break it to you, it is not what you think, and that is not what communication is. Communication is not just for English, this is for any language. Communication is the ability to convey information in the most understandable way possible. Okay? And yes, for us, English is the language that matters for a job. So, is the ability to convey your domain knowledge, your experience, your skill set to the interviewer in the interview. Without which, how much experience you have, how many internships you have done, how much knowledge you have in the subject is utterly useless. So, in this guide, we have given you the most basic and the most easiest way to learn English. Just master this sheet, you will be able to speak English that is required for a candidate to go through the interview and to survive in the job you got. So let's see. Let's see what the guide offers. As you can see, the guide starts with a small summary. You have basic tables and practice sheets to learn and practice English. Must know words, which are basically everyday usage words in your job or anywhere you are supposed to talk in English. And then we have forms of sentences. Learn these forms, you will be able to talk anything you want in English. But before diving into the guide, first you should know on which stage you are in English speaking. So evaluate yourself using this. We are the stages of English proficiency. Stage 1, if you can understand basic English words and sentences. You are in stage 2, if you can construct sentences in English. You are able to form English sentences, then you are in stage 2. Stage 3, you can instantly translate thoughts from your mother tongue to English while speaking. Okay. And stage 4 is if you can translate thoughts into English but struggle to express them fluently. Okay, you are good in English in your mind. Okay, that is what it is. And stage 5 is you can translate thoughts into English. You can also express them effectively using your mouth. And then the stage 6, you no longer need to translate. You can just think and speak fluently in English. Okay. And this guide helps everyone who are in between stage 1 and stage 5. And practicing this guide will take you to stage 6 in no time. And the guide starts with 4 basic tables that will help you to create the most basic sentences in English. Let me show you the table 1 for example. As you can see, is the basic of the basic for a language to know what words you have to use to make that sentence past, present, or future. Along with the table, we have given examples for each and every table. Let me show you the examples for this table. As you can see, we have given English examples and Telugu examples as well for smooth learning. The same goes for all the tables. Once you learn all the tables, now it's time to practice what you have learned. So here are the practice sheets for you to practice them, and we have given practice sheets for each table separately along with their answer key. Once you are through that, now it's time to learn the most used words without which you cannot hope to speak English. And then comes the most important part of the guide, forms of sentences. As you can see, there are 12 forms of sentences, and don't worry, you don't have to remember the form names as long as you practice how that form works using the formula we gave. Okay, we have divided the 12 forms into 4 sections. Let me show you the first section. As you can see here, for every form, we have given clear formula to create that form of sentence. Okay, English and Telugu explanations, what that form represent. And the best part is we have given 100 examples for each and every form for you to learn and practice. Is the most easiest way to learn English. With that, communication guide and master your interview guide ends. So like, share and subscribe All the best for your job search.